Hello everyone, this is a Historathon 2024 closing out Q1 video, and in the arena once more, Gladius at the ready, is Adrian Goldsworthy once more, and here's The Fall of the West, Death of the Roman Superpower, versus The Fall of the Roman Empire by Peter Heather. I'm not going to do any kind of review really of both these books. I'm just going to make a few remarks that I hope will be relevant to either book and the whole issue generally. It has been stated that the fall of the Roman Empire remains one of the great mysteries of history. So with this in mind, I have opted for an open textured approach, as prescribed elsewhere, to the two books, or for the two books in this video. This seems necessary given the possibilities of perception of late antiquity or the late Roman Empire and beyond. So, when does the Roman Empire end? When can it be said to have ceased to be? Does it appear nailed to the proverbial perch, clothed in faded bloom, but had in fact already expired, passed on, and gone to meet its maker? When was the moment when the Roman Empire breathed its last? When does an empire die? When does a nation or a country cease to exist? Having said all that, we can in fact say with perfect precision 476 CE or AD, but that does leave the question, how? Towards the end of Goldsworthy's book, which I think is 5-star, The Fall of the West is in actual fact called How the West Fell, which is the sort of somewhat unerudite name of the American edition. He gives us the analogy of the decline and fall of the Roman Empire, or the fall of the West, as a former and aging athlete. Yeah, he did not catch bubonic plague, and is not slain on the field of battle or in the forum. Perhaps he follows the inevitable, if meandering road that all must follow in due course. Back in 2005, Peter Heather had a very different take on things, and this is a startling, potentially bewildering fact of life, for the lesser initiated perhaps. I mean, how could anyone that made professor have something so different to say compared to others? Vice versa, we might say, to start with. But again, are these other past scholars likely to be so wrong? I mean, really. We have an important document from 2004 to add to the written evidence that Gibbon had back in the 18th century. And we have a booming archaeology sector. But still there is much that we just do not know, and can only really establish any kind of robust endpoint theory via meaningful hypothesis and ideological guesswork, including observation through the ideological prism. The hope is always to discover the truth, but perhaps a healthy dose of caution is the wise course to take when we have sophisticated mathematical modelling and cutting-edge innovation. If we could read the entire contents of a fulsome first-century Roman library, would we be any nearer a sound understanding of the years 217 to 476? Well, if some people really like puzzles or detective work, how could they ever tire of questioning things? It can be a difficult story to grapple with, the fall of the Roman Empire. It is a story of decline and then fall. It is miserable stuff, in a way of thinking. But Thucydides gives us hope that we can better understand and appreciate human nature, even in distant contexts. Mulling over history should be a good thing. But history is, in the end, perhaps either a complex wall of mathematical equations that includes lots of Greek symbols, or is broadly irrelevant. Well, that's my take on things, as it were. And, that's it, and bye for now.
Mr. Walters.